You see what's going on, guys. It's Booker. So here right again in the video. Today, my friends, we are playing some Call of Duty Black Ops 2. Got another gameplay commentary for you guys. We are using the Vector K10, rocking that. You already know we are on Hijacked, and I was just streaked out at the beginning of the half, so I just had to call that down. But I want to talk about this SMG because I feel like in a couple ways this thing is just a little bit underrated because of a couple reasons. Okay, so let's go back to when Black Ops 2 first came out. When Black Ops 2 first came out, there were, I want to say, two SMGs that were at the top. Okay, you had the MSMC, and the MSMC pretty much stayed at the top from the beginning of Black Ops 2 all the way through, and even to this day, it's still like the #1 SMG in the game. So the MSMC stayed the same. The other SMG that was number 2 basically was the PDW. If you guys didn't know that already, it's basically like the P90 of this game. And everybody used to love the PDW because nobody used to rock a suppressor on the MSMC. It's just not a weapon that you put suppressor on. So instead of putting it on the MSMC, you'll put it on the PDW, and it was an amazing weapon. It was like the cliche class for anybody who wanted to be stealthy in Black Ops 2, and it was an amazing weapon. And you'll see people doing it nowadays, but they're not going to do it as effectively because it's just not as good as a weapon. Because somewhere during Black Ops 2, it was like around DLC 2, maybe DLC 3, they decided to nerf the PDW, and they slightly nerfed the MSMC, but nowhere near as much as the PDW. And trust me when I say people were furious, myself included, because I was a noob back then, and the easiest thing to do was just put on a suppressor and just run around the map on the outskirts and just get all kills that were really easy kills. And then that's how I got my first couple of score streaks. You know, it was really easy back then to do that. But they nerfed the PDW, and you know, everybody was really disappointed. But what they did, instead of just keeping it nerfed and not doing anything to any other SMG, what they did was they actually started to buff other SMGs. And what they buffed the Vector K10, and that's when this thing got a huge buff in the damage range and the accuracy category. Now the hipfire is still trash, however the damage rate is amazing and the accuracy is ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous, like how good this thing is with accuracy wise. So they really buffed the Vector a lot, and not a lot of people noticed it because of the simple fact that it was really low key, and you saw that the PDW is nerfed, but nobody really paid attention to the Vector for majority of Black Ops 2. So when they just decided to buff it out of nowhere, nobody really paid attention to it. But like, if you go back and look at it, I guarantee you will have such an amazing game if you just decided to give it a chance. Like, no bullshit, this is arguably like in the top 3 SMGs in Black Ops 2 now. So I highly recommend it if you guys want to put it on. You can put it on without suppressor like I'm doing right now, or you can do it with suppressor. This is like the go-to SMG now for Black Ops 2. Like, you want to be stealthy. You can use the MP7 as well. Like, that's probably my top 2 SMG in this game. But the MSMC is obviously Jesus, and you can't really get rid of it. But yeah, probably the top 3 SMGs in this game now are #1 MSMC, 2 the MP7, and then 3 being the Vector, just because of how good the damage is and the accuracy. So yeah, this gun changed a lot. Treyarch is known for nerfing their weapons because of this game, actually. They started nerfing their guns in the beginning of Black Ops 1. The first thing they ever nerfed was the AK-74U, and people were surprised about that because back then there weren't a lot of things called nerfs. Like in MW2, the one thing I remember they nerfed a lot was the fucking Model 18s. And that was a shotgun, so it really wasn't that much of a surprise. You could snipe with the Model 18s, like, no bullshit. Camo Model 18s were ridiculous in MW2, so they nerfed it. But it was still very rare to see nerfs happen. So when they nerfed the AK-74U, that was crazy. But by the time Black Ops 2 came around, it was ridiculous how many nerfs Treyarch was doing to their weapons. They nerfed the DSR, and I remember people were rioting. Like, it was so ridiculous. But that's all I really got to talk to you guys about today. It was, yeah, it's crazy to see how much Treyarch fucking nerfs their guns. It really, really is. But I highly recommend you guys try out the Vector if you guys have never tried it out before. It really is in the top 3 SMGs of this game. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. And yeah, but out of the way, guys, it's been Rico Says here. YouTube out. See you fucking later.